Hello, hello. Hi, my name is Mariana, and welcome to my presentation, Moodle and the 4Es. So let's start. I'm going to share the screen. I would like to start by acknowledging the land. So I live on the unceded traditional territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil Waututh Nations in Vancouver. That's me in Stanley Park. So as we said, today we're going to learn about Moodle and the 4Es, and Moodle is a learning management system. Also, Moodle is a web-based platform. It's a free web-based platform that can be accessed from any location, at any time, at any device. It's a free and open source management system used by many universities, workplaces, schools, and other sectors. As we know, this is we're using this in our course Moodle platform. So let's see. As adults like to have their agenda, we're going to start by kind of displaying the agenda for today's presentation. We're going to start with a demo. I will present the demo from teacher's perspective. Then we're going to talk about excite, engage, educate, and evaluate these segments. So let's start. We're going to try the demo. We're going to use the Moodle site for that. There are wonderful resources over there. So I'm just going to stop sharing and we're going to go to that. To the site. There we go. So as we can see here, we're on moodle.org. We have the forums, documentation, downloads. Now we're going to go to the demo section. And we're going to actually participate in like imaginary fictional Mount Orange School. So we're going to take the teacher role. Here you can choose, feel free to choose a role. If there were any participants, I would share the link as maybe the interactive part, so they could also check and just kind of navigate, explore by their own. We're going to be Jeffrey Sanders, the teacher, and we're going to log in as teacher, and password will be Moodle. So here we go. Okay. So what Jeffrey can see, or what can we see if we were on instructor position? So we have the profile. We can, of course, add some details about us. Then we have grades, we have calendars, we have notifications, messages here. Let's check the grades. Okay, here we have the course names, courses that we're teaching. So here are our students, their emails, and then like what they're doing. Yeah, definitely many things to explore. We have participants, settings, course reports, logs. So basically, yeah, feel free to explore this. It's a lot of fun and many resources to be sitting here. Hints to get. So I'm just gonna stop sharing. Let's go back to the presentation. So that was in a short for the demo. In the background, how this looks like to be in structure. Also, we could check the learner, and there could be, we can check the parent view, the administrator, and so on. Now let's see how Moodle excite our learners. I'm just going to start by, because I'm currently a learner, I would just like to share my perspective. So I'm very excited when I see a notification, if there's any. So the notifications, maybe the messages, how I can set my own profile, change my picture, read about other participants, especially if we are like online. If we don't have a chance to talk in person, I can just maybe find out some things about them. Also share from my end. What is very exciting is, at least for me, is when I'm getting the grades, when I will submit an assignment, when I'm expecting to get my grade. Yeah, so that's something that we can access in Moodle. Okay, so now let's see what are the researchers or the studies saying. So according to, or the Moodle site, what they're recommending. According to their site and the article badges, Moodle is definitely applying the gamification element in this. By doing this, we have by doing applying the gamification element, this creates the sense of achievement when instructor will assign a badge to a student, a sense of achievement that excites the learners and encourages active participation. According to their site, badges are a good way of celebrating achievement and showing progress. They may be awarded on a variety of choosing criteria and on displayed on user's profile, and maybe also public badge collection. Now, the other thing that is that brings the excitement are the notifications. That's also what's exciting for mine as well. So according to Cooper from 2021, interactive notifications can support learning. And we might not, I'm just going to cite this, we might not think much of them, but the interactive notifications can have a dramatic effect on our learners. So overall, for the Excite segment, I will give a B to Moodle. Let's see how Moodle can educate. So the education in Moodle goes by osmosis, according to their site, which is basically learning about we learn a lot just by observing the activity of our peers, and that's actually that can happen and is happening in Moodle. This is about the classroom culture. So when we learn by osmosis, that's basically like the natural process of absorbing ideas, knowledge, and some skills through exposure to others. So when I was able to, I'm just going to talk again from my experience. I'm able to check the other videos, my peers' videos, the discussion in forums, maybe comments on videos if they're public, and so on. I was able to learn a lot from watching my colleagues' videos about how should I make my own presentation. Okay, and then the student performance, we have scientific proofs that Moodle can help us, increase the student performance. According to Akar and Kayoglu from 2020, the majority of students agreed that using Moodle improved their performance, which was reflected in their English examination grades. These students were English foreign language students. Now, on the Educate segment, how Moodle can help is how we can achieve this through Moodle is that the instructors can share the resources. They can share file, video, links, and they can be accessed by the learners. Learners can navigate through this through Moodle and access those links or files a couple of times as they need. Also, they can be books, page. Page is something that students see as a single scrollable screen that a teacher creates with robust editor. let's see how Moodle does this, how this media embrace the principles of andragogy. So basically, according to Indeed editorial team, adults prefer self-directed learning and have a higher sense of motivation, which I agree. From my experience, I do agree with this. So Moodle allows us to be self-directed, to so to check the uploads, to check the files by our own pace, to maybe go through the files a couple of times to go through a couple of times with one activity before we proceed with the next one. Okay. And definitely it's the second principle will be accessibility and convenience. We know we are all adults. We have maybe family commitments. We have work commitments. And this media allows us to use to access at any time, as long as we have internet on any device. It's very convenient. It just allows us to make our own plans and adjust to our own learning and style. So overall, I would give a B+ for the educate segment. Now let's see the engage. So Moodle, according to Gamache from 2022, Moodle effectively improves student performance, satisfaction, and engagement. Now, how Moodle can engage our learners. So there's this versatile functionality, as we mentioned. There are many types of resources that can be added, and it can be approached and can be tailored to the needs of different kind of learning types that students could have. Then we have discussion forums that could be super engaging. We can just go into conversation with someone, just reply. They could reply to us, or maybe share some ideas. Learners can actively engage with content through thoughtful participation in discussion forums and share their perspectives, ask questions, respond to peers, as I mentioned, and foster critical thinking. Then we have the multimedia integration. Here we can, Moodle is compatible with various multimedia formats, including video, audios, files, and images. So overall, I will give B+ for engagement section. Now let's see the evaluate. So in my opinion, Moodle is super media for evaluation. I have rated this with A, my highest grade. It can provide both formative and summative assessment. We have the chance as instructors to track the progress of students. Then there is this peer review, not just that instructors can assess students, there's a chance for a peer review. So there's this workshop item that enables peer assessment. So if instructors decide to go with workshop, that could be one way. Then we have forums, as we mentioned. They can help instructors assess learners' understanding and critical thinking. That's maybe more of the formative assessment, but it's just up to the teachers how they will utilize probably. And yeah, the progress tracking can align assessment with individual learning plans, ensuring a personalized approach. Also, we have the lessons. Lessons are good for decision-making exercises and simulations. So that's how they can evaluate. Of course, we don't want to forget the quizzes. So we can set a quiz, and then we can actually have our own bank of questions and just reuse them as instructors. The quizzes can have multiple choice questions, open-ended questions, like variety of questions, and essays, very usable for. And what is very, very important is that sometimes if we set, let's say, multiple choice questions as instructors, the questions will be graded right away. So we will have immediate feedback. Okay, so overall, as I mentioned, this is my greatest rate. I will give A for evaluation. And if there is one application that I would say it's kind of takes one big wrap of all of these kind of assignments that teachers could do, that will be definitely a Moodle. So let's summarize. For the Excite, I gave B, for Educate B+, for Engage B+, for Evaluate A. So overall, some average, I would say this is B+, maybe A minus, B+. Okay, so here are the references that I've used for today. And the Creative Commons. Now, we don't have any participants, but still, I would just like to go over the question. Maybe feel free to ask to answer in the comments. So, is Moodle a free web-based platform? Just going back, bring back the video. Yep. So also feel free to answer and send me the answer through the Moodle messages. That's, again, another Moodle perk. Okay. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure preparing and researching more on this topic. Thank you. Have a nice week and see you. Bye-bye.